Good morning. Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. It is almost 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I've been awake since midnight doing stuff with the dogs, stuff in the kitchen, stuff for the belly, the coffee, all that good stuff, right? And getting ready to come out and do this. But it's not necessarily time to do everything I want, so I need to kill some time. And I just didn't feel like sitting at the house doing that. Watching YouTube, seeing what fires are burning in the world, what fires are still burning, what's kicking off. There's a lot of things kicking off. I could definitely have spent a lot of time back at the house checking in on all those things kicking off, right? All over the world it's kicking off. But is it kicking off out here? So yeah, I need to kill some time till pre-dawn comes. We got about an hour and a half. I don't know if we'll do it all here, but there's light here, so we're starting here. We're gonna kick off here. Come on. We're gonna kick off in the most simple way possible to start anyway. I'm just gonna drop shot. A little bit of red worm. How did you know? So we're standing above where the water gets pulled out from underground from the storm drains, right? I'm just going to drop down right there. I'm going to bring that to where we're close to one side and get some slack, and then I'm going to come down, and yeah, looks perfect. I'm just going to hang out for a few minutes and chill. I don't typically like to drop shot this area either on this side or the other side, but you can drop shot, but you want to be careful not to drop shot around where these are coming in, because you'll hit snags. Same thing on the other side. Dice. I'm rolling dice right now, walking away from the rod. Less light over here, so I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of water here. You can drop shot and not hit snags, but in front of these pipes you can hit a snag, including that one, both pipes. And then you see where this concrete ends. I never drop shot here. There's a lot of rigs I don't fish here off the bottom, because the rocks go from here all the way to there. Now they end a little bit out in front of us, but this whole area is great for panfish and just killing time like I am this morning, but it's not good for drop shotting. You get snagged here a lot. Even Texas rigged rigs can get snagged. However, if you fish weightless like I like to, you can fish weightless over these rocks and miss the snags. Got lucky that time. Still have a rod over there. While I wait for the fish to wake up, or the ones that haven't gone to sleep yet, such as goggle eye and possibly some others that are just suffering from insomnia right now, I thought I would take the time to explain something. I want to explain something I get a lot of shit for: my accent. A lot of people say I have a fake accent, and you know, I don't. You just don't listen. That's the problem. They don't listen. They don't understand. I've said this a million times. Yes, I'm from Texas. Yes, I have a Texas accent. However, I became an adult in New York. I ran away from Texas. Won't go into reasons why, but I ran away when I was young, and I lived there on the streets. I was not an adult when I did this, but I became an adult there. Lived there for a little over 10 years, and I've lived down here in southeast Louisiana for well over 20 years. I was here before Katrina, and I've been other places, so sometimes I sound New Yorkish, sometimes I sound Texish, especially when I'm pitched up. I may sound more New York, like when I'm getting passionate about something or I'm pissed off. People are like, oh, Brooklyn coming at me. Yeah, and other times when I'm tired, you're going to hear more Texas. So that's just how it is. Other people, they want me to wash one thing off or the other. They want me to wash Texas off or wash New York off, or they think that I'm not actually from Texas, that I'm actually from New York. It's both, buddy. That's my history. Are you happy now? So I'm sure I'm still gonna get shit for it, but I'm not changing anything because I can't. It's the time I've spent in places, right? Some people, when they go places, they pick up vernaculisms. Others don't. Some pick up other things. Others don't pick up anything. They just go right through. I spend time in places as I go through these places, and I talk to people and I make friends. And we have long conversations into the night. So that's what's up. That's why sometimes you hear New York and 2 seconds later you hear Texas, because both are in my heart. All right, but a fish is not in my bag yet. Right, we got time. Woo! 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 There's a reason why I was acting cringy. Usually around here you only hear barred owls, but I believe we have a different species somewhere. You hear these occasionally. I have heard this owl before, but typically it's a barred owl. I don't think this is a barred owl. He's somewhere. Hear him? I don't know. Is that a barred owl? Sounds a lot different. Yeah, I think that's a different kind of owl. I don't know where he is. I actually do not expect much down here this morning, because this is directly after 2 days of rain, and it was quite a bit, right? So this is kind of flushed out. Hence why I'm just fishing red worm. Things are going to change definitely as we get into pre-dawn. We've got some time still. Hearing the owl makes it more chill, right? Well, it's kind of boring, to be honest, outside of the hoot owl. I'm not even sure if that was a hoot owl, but it sounded different than a barred owl, didn't it? Ha ha ha! Yes, finally! Look at that! Yeah, you're right. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I thought, you know, it was possible, but since I've been coming to my friend's dock, I've been trying, and it just hasn't happened till this morning. A bluegill off this dock. It was actually off those rocks, but technically from up on the dock, right? There you go. A fairly short splainer video with a fish at the very end. Yeah, you're right. Something for the trolls. Well, it's not all trolls that ask about my accent morphing from Texas to New York, but now you know why. Because I spent a lot of time in both places, and they had a great effect on my life. Yeah, you're right. I love Texas, and I have a very soft spot in my heart for New York, even though I'll probably never live in that city again because it's just so expensive. But, you know, people always bring up the troubles of New York, like what's going on there right now. Let me tell you something. There's always been something going on. There's always been troubles. There's always been violence, and sometimes no violence. Sometimes it's been cool, and other times it's just been, you know, horrible. It's just like any other city. But yeah, they got a lot of problems right now, and I don't want those problems. I prefer the country. These are things we do when we're younger, right? We go hang out in big cities and we do things, and then when we get older, maybe we want the country. So yeah, you're right. Sometimes you hear New York, other times you're gonna hear Texas. That's just how it is. Yeah, you're right. I hope some people are sad. Well, I want to say I hope that satisfies people, but you know, it's not going to satisfy everybody. Somebody's going to continue to talk shit because that's what they do. Trolls, that's what they do. Yeah, you're right. Hey, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting. Yeah, you're right. Being a member of the channel. Yeah, you're right. I will see you next time.